Hey guys, this is FazeOnDude117 here, and I've been wanting to do this tutorial, but for the past couple of years I have never come across any other tutorials on how to do when ponies are showing up when you pan in and pan out of the shot. What I mean is, I'm going to be showing you how to do this. As you can see in the video, I'm going to make I guess you could say, teach you how to make a pony appear when you pan in and out. Now, I know the sample here is it's a rush sample here. It's not perfect, and it's just showing you the basic concept of this tutorial here. So it's very tricky. I don't want to say hard, but it's tricky because it really depends on the environment, on where you're recording at, and you need some good objects placed around the environment so you could track the data, so that way the pony look like if it was standing on your table there. Now, nobody's gonna get this perfect at the first try. This took me a few tries for this scene here, but I'll try my best to show you how it's done. Okay, first, you're gonna need your video clip. You go ahead and trim it up. Hold on, let me delete the tracking data. Okay, so you got your green screen. You want your pony to be placed right here, all right? You already took out the green screen and whatever. You got your video here, all right? Now, you want to pan in and out when you turn around, so Twilight Sparkle will appear here. So let me just reset this right quick. So as you can see, this green screen here is about like 6 seconds long. So you're gonna need like a long green screen if you're planning to show a pony there for a long period of time and then panning out. So I got the excuse me. I got the this green screen that's a little bit long that stays in screen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna go on your original video. Let's take her out. You're going to take on your video that you recorded, and you're going to go to animation. I like to use Mocha After Effects for tracking data, but if you don't want to, you can use the tracking effect that we have in After Effects here. But if you don't, I would prefer using Mocha After Effects. So once you get Mocha After Effects up and started, you're going to make sure your frame rate matches that of the original video here in the project. So that's, let's see. That's 29.97 frames per second. 29.997 frames per second. Okay, that's good enough. Yes, I want to override it. I already made one, that's why. So as you can see, I trim my clip to only show from here and to here. So I think all of you guys will have the full clip though. Like you'll have a longer clip that's not trimmed, but I like mine to be trimmed. All right, so you're gonna find the area that you want the pony at. So yeah, you have to go somewhere in the middle of your of the clip here, and you want your pony here. So you're gonna find a good place to track. Obviously, if you haven't seen the Mocha tutorial, please take a look at that to see how to use this Mocha After Effects. It's not that powered. All you do is just click on the create X-spline tool, and I'm just gonna hold Z and zoom in. I'm gonna find a good rectangle to track here. Now obviously you can use other tracking methods or other locations to use, but I've managed to find this one out of the 600 times I've attended this tutorial here. So I managed to find this little area right here that's good tracking. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna track like regular. I'm going to start by tracking backwards so it could track the data when it turns to the left. So I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to fast forward this until it's complete. As you can see, while it tracks this little area, tries its best to keep in that same position when it pans out of the camera, even though this side is out of the screen area. It tries its best to track, and then once it loses its tracking data, it's going to go all crazy and haywire, and you're going to get this message box saying one or more selections were not tracked properly. Don't worry about it. It's just all right. So you just hit OK. So from there, it could track the data. We're gonna go back to, I don't know, just somewhere right here, and I'm gonna track forward this time. I'm gonna track forward so it could track the data when it pans to the right. And why? Okay, there we go. Now, as you can see, it's doing a great job tracking this little section down here. And it's going to do the same thing when it's panning to the right. It's going to track, even though this little itty bit is going to be off screen, it's going to track this little itty bit that's right here. And it's going to give you the same error message. And then it's going to go all haywire. So you're going to hit OK, and you got your tracking data. You know, it's not that bad. It's boom right there. Not bad, not bad. I like this software a lot. So you're going to go ahead and export tracking data. Actually, no, hold on. I think you uncheck shear. It's been a while since I was doing Mocha After Effects. I think you uncheck shear, and I think you leave these three alone. Okay, now we go to export tracking data. Make sure it's on After Effects corner pin supports motion blur, because all the other options won't work when you try to paste the data into the null object. So we're going to copy to clipboard or save, either one. I'm just going to hit copy to clipboard. I'm going to minimize this. Now, I got my screen here, and I want Twilight Sparkle there. So that, oh, no. Control D. There we go. I want Twilight Sparkle right here. I'm still going to uncheck her. I'm going to right click and create a new null object right here. I'm just going to rename this motion tracking data. So I don't know what that is. I'm going to highlight it. You could hit Control V or go up to the edit bar and hit paste from that copied data. As you can see, it'll be right here. But you'll be like, oh, wait, hold on. It's not tracking that area that we told it to track. Well, it's because it's you have to hit the drop down arrow from your motion tracking data. And it's going to show that the tracking data starts from this end right here instead of the beginning of this motion tracking thing. So you have to do a little bit work. You have to click right here. You got to zoom in. Well, before you zoom in, make sure you shrink this up. So that way you don't have to keep scrolling and shrinking when it gets too large. You're going to go to the first keyframe. And you're just going to cut this up, but not too much. You want the first keyframe to show. So you're going to leave it just like that. I'm going to zoom back out and just drag this back to the beginning right here. And as you can see, it shows more tracking data from the right hand, but my little null object only stops here. So I'm going to click and drag this more over here. I'm going to click and drag it to the left again. Now the tracking data ends right here. So I'm going to drag this more open. I'm going to zoom in, go back to the last keyframe here. And I'm going to shrink this up right here, cut it. Now, I want the last keyframe to show, so you're going to right there. That's the showing the keyframe right there. So we're going to zoom back out. I'm going to drag this just back here. I'm going to go to the beginning. I'm going to do it again, zoom in. Now I'm going to make sure that the first keyframe is my little line right here in the beginning. There we go. And once we got that done, supposedly the tracking data should be synced up. So if I hit space and render it, look at that. It's tracking that little area just fine, just like that. Perfect. That's the way I want it. All right. Now, since we got that step down, we're going to, let's see, activate Twilight Sparkle. All right. Obviously, you're going to go to the parent drop-down arrow beside Twilight Sparkle, and you're going to hit the motion tracking data, so that way the tracking data transfers to Twilight Sparkle here. So we're going to click on that. And now, when we move left or right, it should move with it, just like that. Nice, nice, nice. Ugh. I don't know if you could guys see it here, but when it pans out, it kind of not shrinks, but expands upward. I don't know if that's because I did something wrong or... All right, let me try this. I'm going to hit on my motion tracking data. I'm going to go to my transform. And let me see if I uncheck the timer mark from scale. That way it doesn't shrink or expand. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. I think it fixed it now. All right, so let me undo this. As you can see, it tracks the position the X mark or the X axis, and it also tracks the scale of how big and how small when you turn, when you turn around. And this also controls the rotation. What I really want is the position. So it's okay to uncheck the scale and rotation as long as you have the position set there, because it'll stay in that same spot. But then again, the reason why I unchecked scale and rotation is I don't want my pony to be shrinking or expanding when I'm turning my camera here, or I don't want my pony to be rotating unnecessarily. So I just want to keep my position, but it's up to you. If you find it okay when you track your pony and you see nothing wrong with it, you don't have to uncheck them. But for me, I have to uncheck it because that's how my camera works. My camera is a Samsung Galaxy S3. I've been using it for almost 3 years. It's already messed up. It autofocus. I can't turn off the focus, so it expands and shrinks the whole video itself. So anyways, back to the point. You may notice if you go left or right too much, it starts berserking out of control here. Let me show you the right side here. See, you see that? Twilight Sparkle still shows that it's going with you when the camera turns around. The only way I know how to fix this is just by going to your green screen here and just cutting the video off when she turns. What I mean is, let's go to the left, and let's make her bigger a little bit. Let's make her bigger, just for the sake of showing you this right quick. Oh, never mind. I guess that doesn't work that side. Well, what I was going to say is your image will stop right here while you turn your camera, and this will never go over here. So let's try this side right quick. Let me show you right here. Okay, let's do it right here. So supposedly, there we go. That's the last frame of the pony in the shot. So what you want to do is you want to go to the next frame. Let me zoom in right quick. Let's see. Let me zoom out just a tad bit. There we go. I'm going to go to the next frame. All right, now she's trying to get into your shot. The only way I know how to fix this, just drag your green screen and just cut it up till she disappears. Now when I zoom back out and do this again, it seems like she's naturally still there. I just disabled the image from the right side. You could do the same thing to the left side, but as you can see right here when I zoom out, Twilight is not being shown on the left side. But just to be sure, I'll always go to the last frame that she's in the picture, and I'll just do the same thing I did with the other side, and I'll just cut the video from her, so that way it'll be safe to turn all the way around. Now when you look at that, let me zoom in right quick. When you look at it now, not bad. I mean, I just kind of rushed it. It's not the best looking one, but that's the basic concept of panning in and out from ponies. Please, if you find any other tips, tutorials, any other video that will help me on how to learn this way better, please share it. Private message me. I really want to learn this more in depth, but there's not much tutorial even I can't learn from. So I'm just like you guys. I'm just testing out, playing with After Effects to see what I come up with. But I do appreciate the help that people have been sending me regarding this particular tutorial. So I appreciate it so much. But overall, that's basically it, guys. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and just spit it out in the comments below. I'll try my very best to answer them. And good luck with this video tutorial. All video clips will be different, and they're not going to be as easy as I went through it here. So please be careful and just pick out the best video clips that you can get. So good job, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.